Alright, so start out with bringing 2 cups of water to a boil in a saucepan. While our water is heating up, we're going to go ahead and prep our cauliflower into florets. So the easiest way to do this is to first cut your cauliflower in half and then cut it into quarters. Now the easiest way to get your florets is just to make a diagonal cut into one of the quarters, and as you see, the florets will just begin to pop off. We're only going to use about half of the cauliflower head here, but still go ahead and prep it, pop it in a Ziploc bag, and you can put it in the freezer and use it at a later date. Now you just want to make sure all of the pieces are even, so once you steam them, they all steam evenly. Now just place that other half into a strainer and rinse it off. I'm actually using the steam basket that came with the pot that I'm going to be using to steam my cauliflower. It's easier that way. So if you have one of these, just place the cauliflower in it and rinse it that way. If not, just do it the traditional way with the normal strainer. At this point, your water should already be coming to a boil. So here I'm just going to place in my steamer basket. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of Himalayan sea salt on top and then place on the lid and steam for about 8 minutes. Now I'm going to take some sun-dried tomatoes I got from the farmer's market. I only paid like $3 for these, but they're not soaked in oil. But if you have the kind that are in a jar with oil, it's actually okay, because I'm going to throw these in a skillet with some oil and garlic just to wake it up. Now just take about a half a cup. I guess that's right. I'm pretty bad with measuring. But just take a good handful, however much you like, and just dice them up. Now in a hot skillet, pour 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and then you want to add 2 cloves of fresh garlic. This garlic press is the best thing ever. If y'all don't have one, y'all better get one. Now saute your garlic for about 1 minute, and then you want to add your sun-dried tomatoes. Now you only want to saute the tomatoes for about 30 seconds in the garlic. You really only want to use the olive oil to wake them up. You don't want to cook them because they will burn fast. After the tomatoes and garlic are done, just place them in a bowl and set them to the side. So it's been about 8 minutes, so just take a fork and poke your cauliflower just to see if it's tender or not. Yeah, this looks pretty done. So just remove the basket from the strainer. Now this next part, you have to go pretty fast because you want to keep your cauliflower hot so everything melts and incorporates correctly. So put the hot cauliflower in a food processor and place the lid on. And gently pulse the cauliflower into pieces. Please do not blend it because it will turn to mush and you do not want that. Now add the 2 tablespoons of butter and the 2 ounces or either half of the log of the goat cheese to the cauliflower mix. And gently pulse it. Now add the 1/2 cup of chopped green onions and gently pulse it again. Now add 1 tablespoon of black pepper and 1 teaspoon of sea salt. Now for a little extra creaminess, add in 1/2 cup of warm half and half. Please make sure it's warm because if it's cold, it's going to cool down your mash and you don't want that. Then hold down your pulse button for about 10 seconds and this is going to be the final blending. This is the texture that you should see, just like creamy normal mashed potatoes. Now pour in your sun-dried tomato and sauteed garlic mixture and gently fold it into the mash. Now you can blend the tomatoes here if you like. However, I tried that before and it turned the entire mash into like a reddish orange color. And you know, I like the bite of the tomato and the texture. So here I just prefer to gently stir it in. But if you just like the taste of sun-dried tomato, you can blend it here and it'll be perfectly fine. It'll just be a different color. It's up to you. And now for the final presentation, just pour the cauliflower mash out of the food processing bowl into a smaller serving bowl. And like I told you before, the half a head of cauliflower is going to give you about 6 servings. Now just throw on 1 tablespoon of butter and then crack some fresh black pepper over it. And for a little bit of color, just sprinkle on some fresh chopped chives and you're all done. And look at that, literally a bowl of mashed potatoes. Nobody would even know that this wasn't mashed potatoes unless you told them. Isn't that beautiful? You can sit and eat an entire bowl of this and not feel like a complete fat ass because the bowl is like 99% of a highly fibrous vegetable versus a bowl of starchy, heavy ass mashed potatoes that will have you feeling like crap afterward. Please give this a try. You can still enjoy the texture and all of the satisfaction of our guilty pleasure mashed potatoes, but you don't have to deal with the carbs and calories and all of that of the potato. So let me know what you thought down in the comments, and I look forward to giving you another video soon. Later.